At what point did you realize he had a gift?
At my 4 or 5 years old, he was already an entertainer, like that's all he wanted. Like every single person he come up, can I rap for you? Can I rap for you? Can I
Really?
rap for you? Can I rap
4 or
for you?
5?
Started at that age, and I remember he'd come see me in prison, and he would every time he'd come see me, bro, and he'd be like, "Look, Dad," and he'd do his push-ups, sit-ups, squats, and, start working out for me.
Yeah.
And so I would do little generic beats for him, or like hooks, just to get him. And like really for the 2-hour visit, he would just rap for me every single time.
You guys got 2 hours? 2-hour visits?
2-hour visits.
Damn.
And man, it was like heartbreaking. I remember one day he come to see me, and because you can get $20 in quarters to buy a bunch of trash that TDC sells you. And I remember he went to the jailer or to my guard, and he was like trying to give him the money, see if I can come home.
Nah.
Man, it's fucking, it fucks you up, bro.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And that, because when you get up, like for those 2 hours, you're away from the chaos, right?
Mm.
And you'll be able to focus on just relaxing and being loved. And, because over here, don't nobody give a fuck about you, bro. Just because they're smiling in your face doesn't mean they fucking give a fuck about you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Remember, you're rapist, murder, and all of these people, remember, I'm all high security. So all of these people aren't just drug offenders.
Yeah.
These are all murderers, rapists, fucking like, bro, like, I mean, I had my neighbor, bro, been there with some savages. Mm. So you got to be just as savage.
Can you talk, what's the craziest thing you saw in there?
Shit. I mean, I've seen 2 guys, like, you're trying to hurry up and shower because they're over here fighting and they're about to come gas this bitch, so you need to get out of here before they come spray. So I'm trying to hurry up and shower. These 2 dudes, they got a knife in one hand and a beak on the other. And they're just—
What's that? A beak?
A pico. So pico is just like a long, like a pick, ice pick.
Oh, okay.
So ice pick and a knife. Homemade, bro. Bro, don't say how,
right,
because you have
keep
everything,
going.
bro. I mean, I seen a motherfucker with a lawnmower blade cut on, and it's fucking a hole wrapped around, and what they'll do is they go hiding in the ant piles.
In the ant piles?
Yeah. Yeah, I see these 2 guys of blood in a crypt. They're over there going at it, bro. And they're butt-ass naked, fighting. It's hard as fuck. And you're trying to hurry up and shower before they come gas this bitch, because they're about to gas. And then you see our boy running down the hallway trying to hold his guts in, and they're like falling.
Oh, fuck.
It's crazy. I seen this man, he was a big old black dude, about 6'6", 6'8". I mean, easy 300, yoked up. And it's like 20 little Mexicans on his ass, bro.
Oh, no.
And I guess he had been snitching. They told him, like, look, if you're going to keep snitching, like, we're going to get you out of here. Mm. And so this was when I had just got out of SEG. I just did 2.5 years in SEG and got out. And I hit French Robinson. So Rockin' Robinson, we go over there. It's like 4 tiers.
What is that? Rockin' Robinson.
It's rock and roll. When you get there, you already know when you get there, you're gonna fight as soon as you get there. Like as soon as you get there,
is that the name of the?
Now it's Robinson Unit, but we call it Rockin' Robin and Rockin' D. Rockin' Darrington was, and when I was there in the early 2000s, there were people dying. Like you would smell like rust all the time. It's just blood. I seen motherfucker with their neck cut and just slumped with blood just piled up. You just step over the blood when you go to chow.
Jeez, fuck, dude.
By the time they get up to the stretcher, their bodies are still like this, where they're laying on the bed, just still stiff.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
How long did you have to spend over there?
I did 3 years on that unit, and then I got segged, and they sent me to Cofield, and I did.
You did 3 years at a unit where that was a daily occurrence.
Oh yeah.
How the fuck did you stay alive?
In medium, cause I got stabbed a couple of times. Bro, you're savage. It's fucking savage, bro. Like when I got home, my six senses were so in tune, bro. I could
imagine.
I could tell how close you were to me with my eyes closed.
It's like being in Fallujah for 3 fucking years.
Bro, it's like, yeah, because you got wild animals constantly hunting you, right?
And it's close quarters.
Yeah.
You're all in the same building.
So, yeah, bro, there's
That's
no
the crazy
hiding.
part.
There's no hiding.
You can't go back to base and protect, like
there's
relax.
no hiding, bro.
It's like it's constant.
Listen, that's why I tell everybody like this, bro. Like, man, I was super savage. Like everybody thought I was insane when I got home.
Yeah.
But I was and really I just wanted to help everybody.
Yeah.
Like I'd be running up to help an old lady. She's like, "Oh, no, Robert." I'm like, "No, I just want to help you with your groceries." Like, dude, I was just so happy to be home. I wanted to help everybody.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be a reason why nobody ever gets in trouble.
When you got out, did you deal with any like PTSD?
Fuck yeah, I was completely insane. I remember my ex would be like, "Daddy, what do you want to go eat?" And I fucking freak out and go stand in the bathroom for an hour because that was my comfort zone, the confined space. And I was like, this is fucking insane. I'll be sitting
How
there
long did that last?
Myself.
How long after you got out?
Well, my best friends told me after about 4 years, they were like, "Man, it's good to finally have you home." I was like, "What the fuck?"
4 years.
Yeah, it took me about 4 years to just really acclimate.
That's interesting because when I left the military, it took me about 3 years till I started to remember who I was.
That's with therapy, bro. Like you forget who you are because all you're savage. Like, bro, like my reaction, like I take pride in never arguing with a man. I'll fucking hit you before I argue with you. And like if you take it to the point where I'm gonna raise my voice, I probably will slap you. And I'm notorious for that. Like I slap motherfuckers if you disrespect me, especially because I'll submit and be like, "Forgive me for whatever I did to offend you. Please forgive me." I'll try to verbally reprimand everything, but man, I just remember people only do what you allow them to get away with, and I'm not gonna. Don't allow me to get away with it. But I'm never gonna be disrespectful to anybody. It never makes me feel good to make you feel bad.
Right.
I've never been that dude ever.
Yeah.
Like my grandfather, I remember my grandfather, man, he was like my hero growing up. And I used to think that he was disappointed in me because like I wasn't, like I have tons of remember we had 8 kids and all of my uncles, all my aunts had fucking tons of kids. So I got like 7, 8, 9 boy cousins that are just around my same age. So every holiday, because my family come from a close-knit family, we did everything together. And they would always make us box, and I never wanted to hit my cousins and hurt them. Although I knew I could, I never wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Like I'd be submissive. And, I remember my uncles would clown me for that shit, and I'll be like, "Man, I'm a killer." Shit. But I just want to be kind, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to be kind to everybody. And like my first heartbreak wasn't even a woman. It was realizing my homeboys weren't as loyal as I am. Because like,
I know exactly what you mean there.
And that was heartbreaking for me. Like my best friend's like, he's on his 30th year in prison right now. My other best friend is his brother. He's dead. He got killed a year before I got out on a motorcycle accident.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And, like all of my homeboys, like people were really dying in the 90s, like people were really dying like over nothing.
Yeah.
You take that tradition. That's why when I moved to Austin in like 95, dude, I was like, everybody's just nice. Everybody just wants to be nice. Bro, I'd go home and my homies be like, "Oh, you done got soft." I was like, "No, bro. No. I'm still a killer, bro. I just I can learn that people want to communicate."
Yeah. There's other ways to deal with problems.
Yeah, bro. I just let's just communicate.
Yeah.
Like I feel like every situation could be verbally talked out as long as both parties are willing to like, let's talk about this.
Dude, I saw a video.
And I'll allow you to be right. If you're angry, you're right.
Yeah.
Whatever, you're right.
I saw a video last night. I was just like surfing through Instagram. Some video pops up in Houston. It sounded like a fucking war zone, dude. There was these 2 guys that were in like a grocery parking lot, and the driver's ducking down, and his buddy is like laying down, like behind the rims, and it's like you just hear like da 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 da, and then vehicles like chasing each other, da 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 da, and they're like, you would think this is in like a
Beirut.
war zone. Yeah, this is fucking Houston. Like, what the
Probably the gallery area. No, like Houston, there's no place like, man, dude, it's, and you know, okay, look, so I did from '01 to '08, really gangster, right? When I came home, came home from an environment where you look at somebody, it's well, great, what's up?
Yeah.
So that was the mentality still. Like, you don't, why are you staring at me?
Yeah.
You know, people do it all the time now. And like, so when I first got home, I'd be like, what's up? And they're like, hey man, how you doing? You know, and like, the energy was just so completely different. It was like, I
want to talk about that real quick.
Because it was a culture shock.
That is something. That is a cultural thing.
I was like, why is everything so gay?
Yeah.
Literally. I was like, what the, no offense to anybody or anything, but it's just too much.
But about that, like that specific thing, what do you think it is that like people that come from not minority, but like maybe like middle to lower income communities, when somebody's looking at them for a little bit longer than they're used to, they take it as a threat? And is that something that we can like teach them? Like, hey, you don't have to take everything personal.
So
like
literally, yeah, because you know, I know this guy. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? He's like, what's up with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many people would be alive if we didn't get offended?
Like, whoa,
right?